Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips on my Mythic Champ rally trap. Also, I'll be taking a small rally on my solo trap. Most of this action is actually from 3v3. So 3v3 Eric is going to be the first rally lead today. He's got 129 castle stars, almost 300 artifact stars, so a pretty good rally leader. And then the rally leader that comes in after this is going to be a pretty much maxed account with 600 plus artifact stars, all that stuff. And they'll be sending in a mixed rally, so you get to see how the account does against mixed rally. I do have to say I didn't do perfect against this mixed rally that will be coming up, mostly because it's kind of the first mixed rally from a max account I took. So I obviously have learned since then. I actually have a ton of clips since then that you'll get to see, but the first one here is going to be from Eric. I believe they set a rally on me after testing, and then they couldn't fill the rally, so they end up canceling before the rally walks. I do have a garrison in here, so if they wanted to retest, they couldn't really do that, so that is also a thing. And I think someone was trying to send me a leader. Unfortunately, like I said, I had a garrison in, and the leader actually went to the person who had the garrison. So you can see that was someone speeding up. So anyways, they have reset the rally. They have filled this time. So this time I do have a chance to counter it and everything. For this one, I am going to be planning on countering and then swapping to my gear. So if they are fast on the carpets, there is a chance he would hit me in my monster hunting gear and actually burn me here. So I'm going to swap to the correct one and then swap to my gear. The gear swap was actually very quick, so I didn't have any problems. Sometimes I do fat finger the swap sometimes, so it's not as smooth as that, but that one went off pretty well. Unfortunately, he did get his Helldrider, so I'm like, dang it, you know how many people get their Helldriders when they hit me? It's a ridiculous number of people do that. So anyways, I did not get his war gear on the video because obviously, he got his leader back from that Helldrider, but he does have obviously full mythic gear and all that. So you can, I mean, you can tell from his castle stars how good his actual war gear will be just based on that. So again, if you ever have someone port next to you and you want to know how strong they are, just look at castle stars. It's usually a good indication on how strong they will be. So they did 1.6 mil to my front line. I don't have the exact breakdown of how much that was pack 5 and how much was what's called the actual attack, but I assume the pack 5s did 900k-ish, so that left around 700k for the actual attack, if I had to guess how much damage was the split, because obviously my biggest front line is the infantry on this account, so the pack 5s did target that as well as me actually countering the rally and infantry. So again, now we're gonna swap over to the maxed account. So this guy is gonna be going in for a second rally. Obviously they know I'm online because they saw my gear swap, so they're just gonna be going in for a second rally to see how they do. Usham will be the leader. So Usham is very strong. He was nice enough to send me his gear and all that, because I believe I do miss it on the video. But we'll get to see his actual stats and all that. Well, not his stats, but his gear that he actually hit me in, which is pretty crazy. So a couple seconds here. I'm gonna throw my war gear just in case they do carpet really quickly. I did not want to get hit by this guy. It is a 4-3-4, and I should have swapped to range instead of infantry. I have learned since then that range does tend to work better against the 4-3-4, so ended up actually burning me and walking back. This is his war gear. You can see it is all tempered 12 with a bunch of Baron jewels and all that stuff. You can go back and stop the video if you want to take a look at his gear a little bit more, but yeah, it's pretty insane, just the stats on the actual gear. You can see he did 2.6 mil to my front line there. I believe I would have taken a little bit less damage if I was in range and had a better chance of walking back. Also, my wall was actually up when he hit me, so I will go over the actual battle replay and kind of show you what happened there. But what I found out is you have a much higher chance of burning if your wall is up against a mixed attack, because you are missing a couple rounds of attacks just because your wall is up and only your range is attacking. So you see, obviously Usham has all the 11k heroes, all that stuff. He did just walk back with his siege, so there was no troop walk back or anything like that. But like I said, we will go over the battle replay and kind of go through that and show you what was happening. Also, again, I think range is probably the best to be sitting in for these mix or these 4-3-4s or 4-2-4s, but at the time I wasn't 100% sure. It's kind of the first one I took because, again, this is when mix attacks were just kind of starting, and first time I had it. So you can see I do have just the base ones that buff my familiars. You can see my wall is up, so my troops are not running out to attack theirs, which actually does sort of slow down my attack because I get like one round of range attacks. My troops aren't coming to meet them, so it does basically slow down the amount of attacks I will get through the battle, and that matters a lot in these mix attacks and to prevent walkbacks. If your troops aren't attacking, they're not doing damage, and since the actual like battle is a set like amount of time, the less attacks you get, the less damage you do, the better chance they have to walk back. So that's pretty much it. If you can have someone literally just knock your wall down for you before the rally walks, it does help quite a bit to stop these walkbacks. So you can see I have actually knocked out all their stuff, running towards their siege, and the timer runs out and I cannot get their siege. That's why they walk back. That's why I end up burning. Well, I mean, the reason I burned is because they did 2.6 and obviously they only sent 2.3. So if you lose more troops than the other person, you end up burning. So anyways, so we're gonna move on to the solo trapping clip here. I can't remember if I did the 1000 IQ trap here, or I think I did the 1000 IQ trap here. Or was it my shield drop? It was one of the two. I can't remember which one I was doing here. I got the recorder on after all that happened, so I don't have anything to look back and actually remember what was going on. But again, this is against 3v3 again. There will be another guild that shows up as well. Again, this is my solo trap, so I'm not looking to take any rallies on this account. I was just looking to get some solo kills. It looks like 3v3 in Vazon is kind of doing a frontline test. Obviously, I'm running an anti, or I literally get no solos. I just get a rally right away, so that's what's happening here. But you can see he is doing a frontline test here. I'm not sure if he's doing it really properly, because he's kind of setting random attacks. Cav there, which did no damage. I think he sends a range attack, but with no fodder, so not sure what was going on. Like I thought this was a frontline test, but he's kind of doing it not right. Because again, if you don't want to send range with no fodder, if you're trying to test someone's frontline, you're basically just forcing them into infantry at that point. But again, I wasn't 100% sure if he just thought I was an empty castle, but again, he decided to go in for a bunch of attacks here. You'll see that. So this one, he sent 250, forgot to empty his infirmary, so he lost 250k that time. He sent fodder this time, so it looks like it was an actual attack. I guess he's just trying to whittle down my front line at this point. ZLO here, or yeah, ZLO, they've actually set a rally on me at this point as well, so this guy is soloing me with tier 2, and the other guys have actually started a rally. Usually I would shield up if there was a rally set on me, but I noticed they weren't really filling this rally, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here until they actually get like over 1.2 mil. Again, the rally lead isn't super strong. If this guy was like, I don't know, a max account, I'd be a little more worried about his rally if he only got like 1 million. But if this guy gets 1 million, I'm like, I'm definitely taking this. And he actually sent it. So I was like, oh, he's setting an 850k rally. It is a cav rally. I'm not even going to switch to my war gear for that because this guy is not strong enough if he's only set an 850. He's not a top tier lead. He's nowhere near what a lead that I would actually shield up for or anything like that. You can see he did 360k, which is not a lot to my front line there. I didn't swap to my war gear. Again, I'm trying to fake off line at this point, so that's why I'm not swapping. And again, if the bots is how they found me, obviously I can't do any swaps or anything like that, or the bots will pick it up, so I couldn't actually do that. So I'm actually just sitting here and just making sure I don't move at all, not even moving my formation. If they sent a full counter there, I might have had to swap my formation, but since they sent what was it, cav into my range, I didn't have to do anything. They didn't actually test me, by the way, ZLO. The only person who did any testing was from 3v3 before he started sending all those solos. But yeah, you see 360k. I don't think he had pack 5s. They did send a little bit of tier 2 in there as well, I guess, for just save some of their troops. Yeah, he's no pack 5s, so I think it doesn't matter. I think range was my biggest front line anyway, so it would have hit my range anyways. But yeah, so that went pretty well. Got a free leader out of that one. A bunch of free tier 4 kills as well. Yeah. No tier 5 kills or anything like that. And this guy is still going. He has not given up on those solos. So he just saw me eat a rally, but he decided to keep going in with his range solos for whatever reason. I'm not sure if he just needed to lose some troops or something at this point, because after you see someone eat a rally, I mean, full tier 2 solos are obviously not going to do much. They still haven't filled my infirmaries either. I think I have 600k beds, so I'm just letting this guy just keep hitting me. He's doing like 29k damage or whatever it is. But you can see I do have a massive front line. I have a tier 3 front line behind my tier 2 front line. The reason for that is mostly for gangbangs and stuff. So it's cheaper to heal the tier 2, but if I ever get a big gangbang, I want some beefier, meatier troops behind the tier 2 to soak up some of that damage. So that's why I have the tier 3 behind there. I was actually planning to go tier 3 front line, but then I realized with the Sanctuary, it wasn't really worth it, and I already built the tier 3, so I'm like, whatever, I'll keep them and keep the tier 2. It actually worked out well, because I did take a huge gangbang on this account without healing, and basically only lost tier 2, and those all went to the Sanctuary and got like 80% back. So in the end, it really worked out well for me. Kept all my damage troops safe, and basically just lost some tier 2. So now they've actually set a real rally, by the way. This guy is one of the guys who I would not take a rally from. This guy's like 175 castle stars. Again, on a solo trap, you don't want to be taking rallies from 175 castle star guys. Even if they're sending like not many troops, like a million troop rally, I don't think I would be able to cap his rally, even if he sent just a million troops, or even like 850k from one of these like top tier leads, but might actually still burn me. I mean, to be fair, I've seen a lot of solo traps burn from 375k marches, just mixed marches, so a 850k one from a top tier lead it's not probably something you want to take on a solo trap nowadays. Now they are finally testing my front line though, so it's kind of late. You've already started the rally, so I'm not sure why you're testing me now, but anyways, this other guy is still going at it, still sending 375Ks. I'm finally taking reds at this point, so after all these attacks, I'm finally starting to take reds, but again, I'm only losing 20% of those, so even healing those is kind of stupid when he's losing 150k. I'm only losing like 2k, so I'll take those. But yeah, you can see he's going in again. Tier 2 range. I think I end up just shielding pretty soon here though, because they are completely filling this rally. I am just double checking the rally timer, just going back and forth. And again, after that, I just end up shielding. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you have any questions about rally trapping or solo trapping, I do have a Discord. Just go to the description down below, click on the link, go to my Discord. You can ask some questions in there, or just ask them in the comments down below. If you have any video ideas, like, hey, can you do a video on this explaining this? Let me know in the comments down below. I could do something like that. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.